Start by downloading Audacity, a free open source audio recording and editing program that's pretty much the standard for free systems. You can find it at SourceForge, a website with a variety of really good open source programs, such as OpenOffice, which is the popular alternative to Microsoft Office. I'd suggest you snoop around a little bit to see what you can find here. There's a lot of good stuff. Once you get to the website, search for Audacity and download it to your machine. Now, happily, you're given the option of creating a desktop icon with the install, which I highly recommend since it saves you the step of having to search your programs for it every time you want to record something. You simply click the attractive icon and away you go. You're also going to want to accept any plugins that come with it, since these are needed for some really helpful functions. Now you can record. Recording is very simple. Just go up to this red button, hit the red button, and start talking. Hi Mary, I really like the work you did here. However, one thing I did find lacking is, when you wanted to stop recording, hit the stop. And there it is. I'm going to hit the back button. When I hit play, start talking. Hi Mary, I really like the work you did. Now you're not going to hear it very well because it's coming out of my speakers, but the quality is actually very, very good. By the way, make sure that you get a decent headset microphone rather than, say, use an external microphone, say the one that comes with a laptop or just freestanding. Headset is just much better quality. It's worth the $30, $40, $50 investment, especially if you want to do recordings for presentations or something a little more permanent. You're probably going to want to edit out the mistakes. Here's a trick. I'm going to start again by simply deleting out this track. All you have to do is hit the X and it's gone. I'm going to hit record. Now, when we look at Plato's work, we find Socrates' work, we find that he always, notice what I did. When I made a mistake, I paused for a few seconds. The reason I did is that this gives me a flat line. And that flat line will make it easy to find and edit later on. It gives me a nice wide space to insert the blade, so to speak. You also want to restart from the last natural break so that you have a little bit of a flat line at the front end of the delete as well. What you're going to do is simply speak through to the end of your presentation, simply restating everything you made as a mistake. Don't start at the beginning because it's going to take you forever if you have to restart 5-minute presentations 15 times. Then when you go back, you're going to edit out all the mistakes. Since I have a flat line here, I just have to put my cursor at the front end, drag it, hit delete, and it's gone. Saving involves 2 steps, although you can skip the first step if you'd like. This is important. When I hit File, if I go to Save Project As, it's going to save the project as an Audacity project, AUP. Now this is called a native file format. It's a format that only works in Audacity. Essentially, you save it in that format if you want to edit it later. So for something permanent that you may want to make changes to later, you want to first save it in this format. Keep in mind, this format will not play on any other device. This is not what you're going to actually use in any other way. When you want to create a file that you're actually going to use outside of Audacity, you go to File and you hit Export. Now you'll notice the types include MP3 and WAV, as well as some other types. These are formats that are universal. These sound formats will work on any device that can take sound. And WAV and MP3 are the 2 most common. Either of those will work. So you want to save in those formats. So I'm just going to hit Test 1. I'll put it on my desktop. And it will save. It saves very quickly.